Hi guys, my name is Macy, and as you can tell by the title of this video, I just kind of want to give my pregnancy story to maybe help others that are going through the same thing as me and maybe help give them advice. But I also want to give a disclaimer before starting by saying that I am not a teen pregnancy supporter, spokesperson, or encouraging young girls to go out there and get pregnant, because I wouldn't have wished this on myself, and although I love my son, but I would not wish this on anyone else at this young age. I want to start off by saying that I was 18 when I found out I was pregnant. I was in my second semester of my freshman year at the University of Alabama. I found out I was pregnant when I was about 7 to 8 weeks, and my mom just wanted to make sure that my cycle had started because she knew that I had been about a week and a half late. And so I was down in Tuscaloosa at the time, and I went to the drugstore and I bought a pregnancy test, and it turned out positive. And on my way back to my dorm before taking it, my mom called and just told me that whatever the result of the test was, it was going to be okay and that we'd be able to get through it through whatever. So I didn't tell her after I found out that first day, and the next day she called me and asked me if I was okay, and I just told her that I needed to come home. And so I drove home, which I lived about 30 to 45 minutes away from Tuscaloosa at the time. So I drove home that day, and she just looked at me and she kind of knew that I was pregnant. I could tell on her face that she wanted to cry, but she was trying to be strong for me because I was crying. And at that time, my dad didn't know. And so we scheduled me a doctor's appointment, and I went to the doctor the following week, and they confirmed that I was indeed pregnant, and they just gave me information about my pregnancy and what they were going to be doing, what to expect from the doctor, and et cetera, and asking me about insurance and if I was going to keep him or what. So at that point, I wasn't really sure if I wanted to have an abortion or do adoption, and I just couldn't fathom the thought of committing a sin and killing a child because of my mistake. And so I ruled out abortion from day one, just about. I mean, it ran across my head, and as quick as it went across, it was already out. And I considered adoption, but you carry this child for 9 months, and you love it, and you take care, and you eat healthy, you gain all the weight, and you want a better life for him, but at the same time, you just kind of want to keep your child, And so my mom, I told her that I was considering adoption, and she just let me know that she couldn't. She would rather adopt him herself and take care of him, because she couldn't imagine thinking of what he was doing or what he was looking like and who he was living with if he was having a better life than he would have had here. And so we just decided that adoption was pretty much out of the question as well. And so I decided to keep him, and my mom told my dad the morning before we went to church for Easter. And so we went to church, and it's a big Easter service, and the pastor's praying, and my dad just breaks down crying. And I look over, and I could tell that he knew that I was pregnant, and it was just breaking his heart because I'm the youngest and the only girl in the family. So, you don't want to think of your baby girl, first off, out having sex, and secondly, you don't want to think of your baby girl being pregnant. And so that was a really emotional time, and so I just hugged my dad, and we both cried during church, and, it was just very emotional, but it was touching because I knew that my dad and my mom would both be there for me throughout the whole pregnancy and throughout, Carter's life and my life. And, they were just there to help me and support me through whatever I'm going through. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to make this video to share my story and to let girls know that it will be okay if you're going through the same thing that I am. And if you have any questions, concerns, or just need someone to talk to, that you can reach out to me, because I'm going through the same thing that you are. And even after I have my child, I plan to still talk to teen girls and to help them, because this isn't an easy situation, especially if you're going through it on your own. And although you might have family support and support from your friends, sometimes it feels like there's no one that understands because they're not going through the same thing that you are. And so it's easier to talk to someone that's going through the same thing as you are because they understand and they've been through the same thing and can kind of help you out with advice and what you should do and what you should say, you know. And I just want to say that if you're going through this, that there are many steps that you can take to continue on with your life as well as providing a life for your child by staying in school and finding a career path, etc. And, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's a bad situation, but there's always an opportunity to turn a bad situation good. And I just believe that through prayer and faith that you can make the best out of anything. If you have any problems, concerns, or just need someone to talk to, that you can reach out to me through YouTube or Instagram, which I will link in the bar below, and just let me know what's going on and I will try to help you to the best of my abilities. Thanks guys for watching.